A very good evening, everyone. So we'll be starting off with the business session today, and we have only one announcement. It's a very important announcement. So next week we'll be having a club contest, that is the international speech contest and the evaluation contest. So I request everyone to please give your names by 18th of February to VP Toastmasters Sanjana. And those who want to participate in international speech contest, please ensure you have finished level 2 from your pathways. So yeah, that's it from the business session point of view. Sergeant, you can take.
A very good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all to the 1200th milestone meeting of Mekon Communication Club. How was it 1200th meeting? How did we come so far? It's because of two C's in our life. One is commitment and the other is consistency. We all dream of becoming something big in life. What is the difference between what we are now and what we have dreamt of is the commitment, which is mysterious, which is cryptic. We just have to listen to Salman Khan's dialogue from Bodyguard. That is, when you commit for something, just don't even listen to yourself. I took this in literal sense and I committed myself with the resolution of getting up early and seeing the sunrise. I don't know about sunrise, but I know I am surely seeing the sunset. And the second one is eating healthy. Contrary to that, you will be seeing me eating samosa in the break. How many of you want to be a committed Toastmaster here? The basic way to become a committed Toastmaster is to keep your phone on silent mode. So I request everyone to keep your phones on silent mode and I'll be giving 5 seconds to do so. There's one extra committed Toastmaster who loves Naruto and collects action figures. He is a BCom graduate currently working in PwC. So please help me welcome the President, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharanye. I really enjoyed the introduction. So, a very good evening to all the Toastmasters, and we have one guest. So, I request you to please stand up to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dhanush. I work for this company called Canada. I have around 5 years of experience. I have done my journalism and master in mass comm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I've been referred by my sister Shivaprasad, who has been here for a while now.
Welcome to us. I request Toastmaster Pavani, the secretary, to read out the MOM of 11W.
A very happy evening, everyone. Here are the minutes of meeting number 1199 held on 6th of February 2023. Theme, Fight or Flight. Word of the week, plethora. The business session started at 6:23 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Gaurav. In the business session, the following points were addressed. President Toastmaster Gaurav announced the club contests will be held on 20th February 2023. The contests are the International Speech Contest and the Evaluation Contest. The eligibility for the International Speech Contest is that a member should have completed level 2 in the pathways. Interested members were requested to contact Vice President Education Toastmaster Sanjana for the same before 18th of February 2023. Vice President Education Toastmaster Sanjana mentioned that except for one speech slot and Master of Ceremonies, all the remaining roles were open for the next meeting. Interested members were requested to contact her for the same. The regular meeting started at 6:25 p.m. Sergeant at Arms, the Toastmaster Sharanye Prasad, started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Gaurav. President Toastmaster Gaurav opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Lakshmi spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Pavani, Accountant Toastmaster Saipriya, Grammarian Toastmaster Hrithik, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. The prepared speech session had the following speeches. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Mamta attempting Level 1 Project 2 evaluated by Toastmaster Prashanth. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Raja, attempting level 1 project 2, evaluated by Toastmaster Sanjana. Speaker 3, Toastmaster Sai Ganesh, attempting level 2 project 3, evaluated by DTM Udanka. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Sindhu and had 10 speakers in total. The general evaluation was conducted by Toastmaster Sai Snehal. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Raja, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Sanjana, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Best Role Taker Tab G Toastmaster Pavani, Best Role Taker MTG Toastmaster Lakshmi. The President closed the meeting at 8:30 p.m. which was followed by the National Anthem. Thank you and that's it.
Is there any changes in the MOA? If not, I open meeting number 1200. A very good evening to all the Toastmasters. I heartily welcome you to the 1200th meeting of Mekon Communication Club. Today morning when I realized that today is the 1200th meeting, I just went back ahead and I was thinking what was the first meeting that I attended. The first meeting number that I attended was 1039. Then I realized this is my 161 meeting in Mekon Communication Club. I'm like, oh my god, I'm feeling very old now. So I still remember the first time I attended as the guest and later on when I became the member of Mekon Communication Club. The commitment that every member had in this club was fantastic. That is what drove me into becoming a member in Mekon Communication Club. So then I met few of my friends and they forced me to get into this special officers called as executive committee. I started off by being the associate secretary and working under Udanka being the president and Sai Snehal being the president. I have watched everyone giving their 100% commitment, and that is what drove us in so many awards like Hall of Fame Gold, and there have been ups and downs as well. As I started off being a member, COVID came up and everyone shifted into online, and even though it was completely online, we didn't even miss one meeting on Mondays. So looking at that commitment, even there were times where there were only 5 to 7 members attending the meeting. There have been times where I've taken 2 to 3 roles in a meeting during the online mode. So we never missed an opportunity to miss a meeting on Mondays, and the commitment each and everyone had, we can surely say that we have come a very long way. The best thing of Mekon Communication Club I have witnessed is each and every time we had up and down, let it be something related to VP or let it be something related to VPM. The entire executive committee had each other's back and ensured that whatever the problem is, we always face it with a huge smile and come up with whatever the solution we can. So coming to the 1200 meeting, I was very excited for today because it's under my presidency. But as I was talking to Sai Snehal, I asked him, man, it's been a very long time. It's been 2.5 years that I've been a member. If I look back each and every meeting, I can surely say I've learned at least a small thing from each and every member. So as it's the 1200 meeting, I am sure that everyone is still committed as they were long back. And with this, I'm sure we have much more milestones to achieve in the future. I'm sure the next time is going to be our 25th anniversary of Mekon Communication Club as well. So looking forward to that. So I hope everyone has that same commitment and ensure that we always keep the Mekon flag flying high, and let's achieve many more milestones in the future. So with this, I'd like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for the day. He's a computer science engineering graduate. He is a passionate photographer and aims to be a wildlife photographer one day. He's the youngest DTM through Pathways, and a fun fact about him, give him a bullet or give him a normal scooter. He'll drive at the same pace. With the huge round of applause, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Ujwal.
Thank you for that introduction, Toastmaster Gaurav. I did not expect that introduction coming out today. Commitment. Is there any person in this room who has no commitments in life? Exactly. Everyone has their commitments in their life. Let it be Toastmaster, work, family, girlfriends for tomorrow's special day. There are commitments, right? You have to take your girlfriend on special day tomorrow. You have to go back home, complete your work tomorrow. You have to go back home, cook for your family. You have to go back home, sleep. That is biggest commitment what we can give it to ourselves. So in every aspect of life, we need to have some commitments. And I ended up having a commitment unknowingly back in 2018. When President told it was his 162nd meeting, I was just counting mine and what was my number, and it came roughly around 300 meetings so far. So the day I walked in here was around 902nd or 3rd meeting, I don't remember exactly. But the commitment what I had from there, I don't know how it cultivated in me. I never had this intention saying, let me stick on to this. No matter if I'm going to work, no matter if I'm going outside, I have to stick on to Toastmasters. I did not know how the commitment came into me. I'll just explain one scenario, what happens in everyone's life. You're freshly graduated from university and you get a only offer from the office having the session time. What will be the first thing you say before accepting it?
Yes.
Yes. Will you put some conditions to them? Right in that hall where we'll have snacks, I told my HR saying, I'll just join this job if I'm allowed to go at 5:15 on every Monday. And if you want, I'll work an extra hour the same week or this night because Toastmasters I have to go and that's where I have to. So this is what cultivated me unknowingly inside me, the commitment, and I still can cherish those moments when we were planning for the 1000th meeting. We had Lalana ma'am and we had Ajay connecting all the way from US. He sent us a video saying, hey, I could miss, I remember, sorry guys, I missed it out, but I had to be there. I remember those things, and we have walked far away from there. 200 meetings, 2+ years. The commitment, each and every person who's sitting here to achieve this milestone is huge. These commitments does not make you better, also make others do better. For example, our very own distinguished Toastmaster, A.K. Prabhakara, was committed to attend every meeting every Monday whenever he's in Bangalore, making him grow as well as others grow better and better and better. And other example would be distinguished Toastmaster Nagaraj Rao, who is representing Mekon, not only in area, division or district level, but at international level. So that's how people are committed towards the club. Similarly, there was one committed person who thought, let me do one thing so that not only me, every person in this world can talk better, can roast a toast better. All the way back in 1924, this movement started called as Toastmaster from very own person, Mr. Ralsei Smedley. He saw people struggling to raise a toast in one of the ceremonies, and that's when he committed himself to help others. The movement which started then is now across 144 countries with a huge membership of 364,000 plus members across 16,200 clubs. So that's the commitment not only he had, but him, all of us. For the better understanding of guests, a typical Toastmaster session is divided into 3 parts. First session, a prepared speech session where the speaker is prior ready with a few guidelines. Second, table topic session where a person is called out randomly by giving a topic. And the third, general evaluation, where we evaluate each and every member who comes behind the lectern. To have a smooth flow of the meeting, a few rules, a few things, a few errors need to be rectified, right? And for that, we have small team called as Tab G team. As in I call out the team, I request everyone to come behind the lectern, introduce your role to the audience. Starting off with the timer, Toastmaster Pavani.
Very good evening, everyone. A very good evening, everyone. Let us all stay committed to the time allotted for us. And as a timer for today, I'll be taking note of the time taken by each and every speaker behind the lectern. Firstly, for the prepared speech session, time allotted for all the two speakers, for both the two speakers is 5 minutes to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will be raising the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll be raising the red card. Second is the table topic session, where the speakers are allotted 1 to 2 minutes, where at 1 minute, I'll be showing you the green card, at 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be raising the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Coming to the evaluation session, the individual evaluators are allotted 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be raising the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be raising the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll be raising the red card. I'll be giving my report when called up at the general evaluation session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. Before I move on to the next role, guest walked in. Ma'am, can you please introduce yourself? What's your name and how you got to know about Mekon?
This is my second session in Toastmasters. My name is Lata Sanvi, and through my friend I came to Toastmasters.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy the session. The next Tab G role is the R counter, taken by Toastmaster Ujwal.
A very happy evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. The purpose of an R counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Sounds may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so and you know. Sounds may be or er. I'll give my report at the general evaluation session. Thank you and back to you, Nancy.
With that, the next is Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator by Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. A very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. One commitment that we can all make as Toastmasters is to avoid or try and avoid speaking about sex, religion or politics. Also enter or exit this room only during an applause, and please keep your mobile phones on silent mode or switch it off. I'll begin my report in the general evaluation back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. And then finally, we have Grammarian, Toastmaster Sharanye.
A very good evening, everyone. What distinguishes us Toastmasters from others? It's the grammar and the words that we inculcate in our communication. As a committed grammarian, my responsibility is to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen to them carefully. I will make note of all the good usages and not so good usages for the betterment of communication. It is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is cryptic. I repeat, the word of the day is cryptic, which means having a meaning that is mysterious. An example for this word is, I got a cryptic message from the professor regarding my thesis. I request everyone not to be reluctant and use the word of the day. I'll be submitting my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you and back to you, MC.
Thank you. With that, are we good to go with the first session?
Yes.
You just told you wanted to be a committed Toastmaster, so can we have a louder response? Are you ready?
Yes.
That's good. With that, let's get started with the first session. Before I call upon speaker one, I would like to call upon his individual evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi, to read out the project guidelines.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose statement for the speaker is, the purpose for this project is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. Notes for the evaluator, that is me. The member completing this project has committed a great deal of time to developing a plan, forming a team, and meeting with a guidance committee. The member has not yet implemented his or her plan. About this speech, the member will deliver a well thought out plan and organized, engaged speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or presented in any style the member chooses. The style should be appropriate for the content of the speech. The speech should not be a report or on the content of the high performance leadership project, but a presentation about the members' plan and goals. Over to the MC.
Thank you, Madam Evaluator. With that, it's time for me to introduce the first speaker. The person who is always committed to wear a sport shoes with a formal attire. A person who broke his commitment today by his commitment was not to give speeches for a very long time. The speaker is attempting level 5 project 1 with the speech titled Century by Toastmasters Sai Snehal. Toastmasters Sai Snehal, Century.
Look at the mirror and practice your speech. The earlier manual said, for a long time I believed this, that you look at the mirror and practice, you're going to learn a long way. But there was one flaw in this. If you wanted to know how you actually spoke, there was no proof to it. MC, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. When I joined Toastmasters, I realized that it was extremely difficult to speak in front of an audience. Even worse, think and speak on the feet. Impromptu speaking. A difficulty we all face. Sometimes I wonder, how can this be solved? And again, it comes back to the same thought. Practice in front of a mirror. But that only holds true for a prepared speech, but not for an impromptu speaking. I've been a Toastmaster for now about 3 years. And impromptu speaking is something that I still haven't been able to crack. There are lots of hits and misses over the years. But there has been no visual proof of how I could correct myself. Years after years, meetings after meetings, I'm still here, trying to get my shot at it. Whenever I give an impromptu speech, and if it turns out to be a good one, I get feedback either on the base camp or by any member in the networking session. And even if I wanted to have a look at it visually, there was no approach. We are in a day and age where we record and click photos of food and places we visit. Luckily, some of us haven't caught up on that trend. Then I realized, why don't we use this technology that is available to us and make maximum utilization? I figured there's a way to do this, but I wasn't sure yet because I wanted to present a full-fledged picture. I've recorded over 100 meetings, precisely 167. And I've been a part of Toastmasters for 177 meetings. And over those 100 meetings, I'm sure it's helped a couple of you at least to see, grow, learn, assess, and come back stronger. But has the problem been solved? I think it has not been. When we look at the meeting as a whole, How many of you actually watched the entire meeting? Handful of them. This is where the actual problem is. We are here to learn, not just from the best, but maybe who we think are the best, to enable us grow and learn from by watching them. And this is what I'm planning to do. For the last 100 meetings that I've consecutively recorded without a break in between, I have a sample of over 100 meetings, and I must say those were the best 100 that I've witnessed so far. I'm going to use these 100 meetings as a resource for an idea that I started off by thinking at random. An idea which says, or which rather goes by, bringing out the best from the entire meetings of 100. We've had wonderful speakers in the past. Some of us have set the stage on fire. Some of us have taken the storm down. It was fantastic, and every time I watch somebody behind the lectern nailing it, it makes me want to take that clip out and put it among the best, because that is what I feel. And that idea is now going to be my project. When I started recording, I had not witnessed, or I had not thought that the impact would one day come to this stage where I would make projects on the basis of recording. But today, it has. For this, I would need a lot of support from each and every one of you to join me in my endeavor to get us all the very best. There was one meeting which I watched, which belonged to my very own speech, around 1030 or 1040. I was standing there and I was wondering, it was a table topic response, and I was standing there behind the lectern and I was wondering, looking at the camera, I'm going to be embarrassed when I go home and see the recording. But today I'm here, that the same recording has helped me come here. What started as a self-growth is now turned to a community growth. And I request you all to come join me, help me help you. And I would like to leave you all with a question. Would you help me help ourselves? Over to the MC.
The struggle or the commitment what Toastmaster Sai Snehal had for recording this 100 meeting, I can relate closely because I have worked with him closely, helping him out whenever he needs it. A great hats off to you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, for that wonderful commitment, not missing out continuously on 100 meetings, recording it without a flaw. With that, let's move on to the next speaker. Before I call upon the speaker, I would request the individual evaluator to read out the project guidelines by Toastmaster Raja.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'll be evaluating the speaker Sanjana. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Notes for the evaluator: the member completing this project is working to add humor to a speech through anecdotes and stories. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Know Your Sense of Humor project, rather her own content. I'll be giving my evaluation when called upon. I wish you all the very best for your speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. The next speaker was a commitment phobic until she joined Toastmasters. And as soon as she joined Toastmaster, she committed herself in the previous term, making sure she won 10-member sponsor pen from Toastmaster International by adding nearly 16 new members to the club. She is attempting level 3 elective 1 with the speech title Mad Marketing. Please put your hands in welcoming Toastmaster Sanjana. Toastmaster Sanjana, Mad Marketing.
Amma, please buy me Milo. I don't want to this time. My mother looked at me closely and said, I know why you're buying Milo. You don't even like drinking Milo, you're just buying Milo because they're giving a free cricket bat. For which I pretended as if none of her words made any sense to me and said, what are you even saying? Why would I buy something just because they gave a free cricket bat? Do you think I'm mad? Well, I was mad. I was indeed mad enough to buy things just because they had an amazing packaging or gave out freebies or free samples. A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Can I have a raise of hands to see all those people who bought Kinder Joy just because of the free toy in it? Okay, I do see 80s and the 90s crowd here. Tell me if you have ever bought calcium Sandos because of the very cute dog packaged box. Wow. Okay, in order to target the older crowd, have you ever bought cycle agarbatti because of the free cello ballpoint pen? Well, welcome to the club. I am the flag bearer for this club. If there had to be any number one victim for this marketing strategy or gimmick, it had to be me. Even when I was a child, my eyes were screaming at those products. Oh, please, please put topi for me. Please scan me. Give me anything. Anything with an amazing packaging. I'll make sure that I'll convince my parents into buying me that. In the same fashion, I joined an abacus class. All my friends were going to that abacus class. Neon yellow t-shirt, maroon bag with a wide range of stationeries, and not to forget that interesting instrument called the calculating frame. Something with which I could play after going home. I could have played teacher. Wow, what an idea. But bam, all these things got backfired because I had signed up for weekly tests, everyday homeworks, and the constant pressure for my parents to score 25 on 25 in every math test. Because girl, you're going to an abacus class. So this is the story how I joined an abacus class because of the maroon bag and the fluorescent yellow t-shirt, which now I find it very ugly. Another interesting way of how I bought random things was through advertisements having jingles. Life boy hai jahan, tandurasti hai wahan, life boy. And that month, I used Lifebuoy. The next month, I used Tu husn bari tu sabse hasi, tu sabse jawan, saundarya sabun nirma, saundarya sabun nirma. And that's how I changed soaps, by watching every new advertisement. I think my parents should be grateful that I did not catch on to the Vimal Pan Masala ad. Because of course it had Shah Rukh Khan in it and I had to buy that. There came a time where my family used to switch off the TV during the ad break so that in order to save a few bucks. But unfortunately, this me being a victim to all these marketing gimmicks did not end here. That's when I asked my father for an iPhone. My father asked me, why do you need an iPhone? Why not an Android phone? For which I had no answers. Of course, I was no Rajiv Makhni or technical Guruji. But how can I tell him? How can I tell him that I wanted an iPhone so that I could further buy nice phone covers for the same? If I had told him this, definitely he wouldn't have bought me an iPhone. But of course, I had to convince him into buying me an iPhone with a few tears and substantiated why I really wanted an iPhone and why it was very essential for my existence on this planet Earth. If I have to look back, I find it to be a mad, frivolous thing which I had indulged in earlier. But if you have to look at the other side, the flip side of it, I can see it this way. The takeaway I got from these marketing strategies and gimmicks, if at all I ever come into this product manufacturing industry, I would make sure I would produce a product having an attractive packaging, give out free samples, freebies to scam thousands of Sanjanas or probably millions of Sanjanas and make $1 million. And so that I don't end up depending upon my dad or any daddy for my expenses. But if I were to be a consumer, I would have Jago, Grahak, Jago ringing in my mind 1,000 times before I buy any product, solely because of the attracting packaging or any freebie, so that I do not fall into this marketing trap. With this, I would like to hand over the charge back to the MC.
I could completely relate with Sanjana when she told she just went to abacus class seeing that calculator. I use those as my skating shoes. Yes, because that rotates and we can just slide on that. I've used that as my skating shoes, and that's the whole purpose I used to go to abacus class. Moving on with the next session, that is the table topic session. Today's topic master is a known person in the club. As soon as he took charge as a principal, he committed to himself that he will take all his students' responsibility on his shoulder, but ended up breaking his own shoulder the very next day. Please put your hands together in welcoming the topic master for the evening, Toastmaster Balaji is.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster of the day. Definitely did not make my day. Okay, fantastic evening everyone, Toastmasters. It's been a good session so far. And finally, I think Sanjana's commitment of finally being humorous was fulfilled today. So, what a great speech for me to come in. Definitely, I was committed to be the funny one today, but looks like people have taken over. So, without pulling through this, let me give you a quick insight on what is this session all about. This session is all about speaking impromptu. And now while you speak impromptu, let's throw some light on the theme for the day, that is commitment. Commitment is one thing and sticking up to it is another thing. The ones who stick up to it are the ones who always have a positive outlook towards the what if questions. Whatever comes their way, they always look at it through a positive outlook, add some fun and humor to it, and go on with the situation. So today, let's start off our table topics with this very theme line of what if. My first topic is, what if you stepped on a mat and then realized it's a rat? I repeat, what if you stepped on a mat and then realized it's a rat? Toastmaster Saipriya.
A very good evening, dear Mekonians. I would prefer to worship the rat because it's, after all, the Lord's, one of the deities, the demigods, Vahana, that is vehicle. And I am sure the rat won't do anything to me because I have never harmed any animal till now. And I won't in the future as well. And the rat would rather worship me also because seeing my soul, it would see the divine in me, just like everyone do. And I would play with the rat, I would pet it a lot, feed it nicely. I would definitely take forgiveness from the rat and say that I did not mean to, so the rat will understand. Because all animals seems to understand me. I don't know, I talk in English, but they understand English also. That's amazing. Through their language, their way of, the way their brains are wired and the way their brains are made up, with the intelligence they have, with their understanding their language, their sense of language actually, the way they understand is really very mysterious to understand for us. But if you study about animal language, you will know. Yeah, that's it. That's my take on the topic. Thank you.
I've never seen so much love for a rat. Definitely something to take from that. This is beyond cow hug day, for sure. So, my next topic is, what if you hugged your girlfriend and then realized it's her best friend who is wearing your girlfriend's clothes? What if you hugged your girlfriend and then realized it's her best friend who is wearing your girlfriend's clothes? Toastmaster Ujwal.
Can I repeat the topic?
What if you hug someone and turns out it's not your girlfriend but girlfriend's friend who is wearing similar clothes as your girlfriend?
A very happy evening to all the fellow Toastmasters. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving me this topic. So, first of all, the thing is, the topic, what the table topic master gave me was, what if I hug someone thinking that she is my girlfriend, but she is not, it is her friend, right? So I think that's not a problem at all, because first of all, she is my girlfriend's friend, which means she is also my friend. So what's there in hugging my friend, right? So I think hugging a friend is not a problem at all. So this is my take on the topic. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Ujwal. Looks like the R counter was very busy for obvious reasons. My next topic. What if you finally got married? What if you finally got married? Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I am a bachelor. Till date, I am not married. At least he is giving me an opportunity to get married, mentally at least. If I get married, one thing which I would like to look into is expressing myself very clearly. Wherever I see lovers in the park, and it so happened in my life once, one of my friends got love marriage. Within 2 years, he had a lot of problems. At the time of marriage, he came and asked me, invited for the marriage. I asked him, what made you to love? He said some list of reasons. I told him, after 2 years, I will meet you. Then tell me how the life is likely to be. Exactly what I predicted within myself had happened in his life. Because during the phase of love, people express only the brighter side of their life, rather than what exactly to be expressed is not expressed, or it will not be expressed. That is a major problem. Probably in my life, I would have taken that caution step so that I would have get married. In case if I get married, that's ruled out as of today. Thank you, and back to you.
Definitely should have been the table topic master with this topic before my marriage. So my next topic, what if you found out you are adopted? What if you found out you are adopted? Toastmaster Pavani.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, table topic master. What if I was adopted? Being a single child, I don't think my parents would have adopted me. Okay. If I was adopted, I think I would be very grateful for them, first of all, because I was adopted, and for giving me a life. Yeah, that's the take on the topic. Thank you very much.
Looks like the topics are getting a little complicated, and the probability of being adopted by being the only child is quite high. With that, my next topic, what if you woke up? What if you woke up and you realized you're the only one in this entire graveyard? What if you woke up and you realized you're the only one in the entire graveyard? Toastmaster Sharanye.
A very good evening to all of your Toastmasters and dear guests. Thank you, table topic master, for the topic. What if I woke up and realized that I was the only person in the graveyard?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I believe a lot. I'm very superstitious. So I don't know what I would do. If I go to a graveyard, it will take some, not months, it will take some years to come back. I won't even go to that area. So if I go to graveyard and realize that I'm the only person there, I don't know what I would do, because I'm really scared of these things. I've had a prank on this. We were doing sleepover, and we were just randomly talking how this Bloody Mary came. And randomly, one friend of us, I was listening carefully about what my friend was telling, and I was literally about to cry, and my friend, she put the phone under the bed and she started playing this ghost songs. And I got so scared, I was in tears. And then I realized, okay, it was my friends. So this is the take on the topic. Thank you, and back to you.
We definitely didn't hear the shiver, but thank you so much, Sharanye. My next topic, what if you found out you just won 100 crore lottery? What if you just found out, what if you found out that you won 100 crore lottery? Toastmaster Prashanth.
table topic master for this topic. So, if I happen to win 100 crore lottery, definitely, the things that I've been aspiring to do, like for example, of course, some amount, some percentage of amount would definitely go into social service. And the other thing is, since I'm too crazy about entrepreneurship, so I would kind of invest some money in some of the startups, most of the startups, though I envisioned that this will be successful, I couldn't be a part of it. So I think that is something I will try to exercise. And the last one is, there are so many kind of stocks, not with respect to, the valuation of the stocks to increase or so. It's just that I've been following and reading about some of the companies and some of the areas that they are into, and thinking that this company will do good and this has a good management or so. So that I see that most of the companies are doing well. Though I had this thought 15 years ago, and I couldn't actively participate. So definitely this will be an opportunity for me to exercise those, leverage the opportunity to exercise my interest. Yeah, thank you. Over to you.
I like how he just won 100 crore lottery and thought of investments. Thank you so much for that financial skill that you just passed on, Toastmaster Prashanth. My next topic is, what if you realize you're just 20 years old and you have to redo everything all over again? What if you realize you're a 20-year-old and you have to redo everything all over again? Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. You just realize you're a 20-year-old and you have to redo your life all over again. What would you do?
How are you going to correct what you have done earlier?
So you're a 20-year-old now. What will you do?
What I am going to do in 20 years.
Now you're, sir, now what's your age, sir?
Pardon?
You're
75, I'm
75.
75.
Okay. Now we are making you a 20-year-old boy. What would you do for the next 55 years?
Hello, namaskara. I took a lot of time to understand what our table topic master is told me and what I have to speak. It's really a very lengthy words he has given for that. When I am 20 years old, being 75 years old now, I thought there was nobody for me to guide. I am a very good taskmaster. When I commit something, I do it excellently. When somebody has committed, now I realize after opening the factory, design is the only section which is very good for the people who want to earn more and show their this thing. And somebody has told me, if you become a design engineer, I would have committed and have achieved to that one, this thing. Okay, what has happened has happened. Now, what I am going to do in future? I am 75 years old, what I want to, this thing. I want to commit myself to the social causes. I have come across a lot of students who are unable to pay their fees, I have come across people who are unable to get their food. What I can do to those people? To cite an example, already I have told in many times in the Toastmaster this thing, my father educated me. He got the money for me to study engineering by cutting the trees. Once again I'm telling you. Lot of trees in my field was cut to bring it to this stage. On that day I felt very bad. What I can do alone was the thing haunting on to me. I came to Bangalore, opened an industry. I became a treasurer of one of the prestigious association called Electronic City Industries Association. There I am very glad to say I fulfilled my desire. Even now I want to cut movies. Always comes to my dream. There are a lot of people who are very popular like Appu and other people are there. Sometimes I think, if they told, I will visit your place if you plant 1,000 trees. Why they are not telling? I don't know why they are not telling. If anybody has an answer for that, I would like to hear from those people. So brand people, when they say something to the ordinary people, I have seen people pouring up, doing abhisheka on the flexi when a new film is. What is this going on? Instead of that, that man gives an advice, do this, which is social cause. Our country needs such people. That I wanted to do now, which I am doing. I seek all the help of you people to achieve my aim, and also I am blessed in many ways. God has given me everything at this age. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that insightful talk. My next topic is, what if you realize you just won the Miss India contest 2023? What if you just won Miss India 2023? Toastmaster Lalana Murthy.
Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. What if I realized I just won the not Femina. Why I'm telling that is, yesterday in one of our Rotary meetings, I happened to meet that Femina Karnataka India, some Miss finalist yesterday, so that became...
It is Femina Miss India.
Well, I would be very excited because as I have seen and followed in the media, they get to travel to different places actually in the course of these contests. I love traveling a lot, and I would be happy and grateful for the opportunity it would give me to travel all over the world actually. And I would also get to know about the culture of the different places and all. And not to forget the prize money I would get by winning this Femina Miss India contest. Of course, that also would be one of the good things about it. And another thing is, like, as I have observed, they also contribute to some social causes. It's not only winning and traveling. They also, they commit to some social causes. That would also be very good because women empowerment and helping underprivileged children is one of the causes that is close to my heart, and which I've also been doing as being a part of my NGO Inabi. So it would be very exciting to go see the world and also look into all these causes, and of course enjoy the prize money and the adulation that would come with it. And when I would come for the Mekon meeting, I'm sure all of you would love to take a picture with me. Thank you, and back to you.
I would just like to say that the truth finally came out in the end. What if you got a flight pass, just like bus pass? What if you got a flight pass that lets you go anywhere you want to for free? Toastmaster Shreedevi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. I feel really happy to be back in Mekon after such a long time, and so happy to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces here. And coming to the topic, I have had social anxiety in the past few years, especially since COVID, and recently is when I started opening up again. As some of you know, I have been a very vibrant person, I would say, in terms of communication and interacting with people, but especially after COVID, I was having some kind of struggle. So I think a flight pass would really help me go out into the world, explore the world, meet new people like I actually want to, and make a difference maybe here and there. And if you ask me where I really want to go, I would say South Korea. If anyone is a BTS fan here, you would relate. I would want to go and to Korea and explore that place. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you, and thank you for the topic.
The flight took off so well and crash landed with BTS. What if you woke up and you got the body of Hrithik Roshan? What if you woke up and you got the body of Hrithik Roshan? Toastmaster Hrithik.
Good evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, if I get up one morning and if I'm having Hrithik Roshan's body, it's a dream come true. It makes complete sense with the name I have, being Hrithik and having Hrithik Roshan's body. So, me being a vegetarian, I always I try my best to hit the protein goals after gym and try to get that physique. But then it's never my cup of tea. I mean, it's always difficult because being a vegetarian, you get more carbs in your diet than protein. So getting a Hrithik Roshan's body is like a dream, and also you can flex in front of your crush and many of them. I mean, pose. Me being a poser, actually, I would love to get the body, and it'll definitely increase my confidence, and also I can, do many things which I always was scared of. So, and also maybe hit the beach and start posing there also. That's about it. Thank you.
Never seen him this excited. Thank you so much for that take. What if you are forced to attend only meetings at Mekon? What if you're forced to attend meetings only at Mekon? Toastmaster Sindhu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balaji, for that very nice topic, considering the fact that after a year long I finally joined Mekon. What if I was forced to attend meeting only at Mekon? Considering the fact that I'm right now an area director, I think my division director would be completely displeased if I'm not attending my other club's meetings. But to be very honest, Mekon meetings have been very much fun for the sole fact that there are so many known people over here. For also the fact that you attend, then there's Gaurav. I have a lot of friends over here. And I don't think I would completely mind if I'm forced to attend only Mekon meetings, but I think as a Toastmaster, I have a privilege of going everywhere, attend as many clubs as possible, and also thanks to the Ujwal who finally converted me as a member to Mekon, and it started from the journey of Gaurav to finally to Ujwal that I got converted, and somehow I'm enjoying till now, and I'm really glad, lot to learn. Thanks for that beautiful topic. I don't know what more to praise. Thank you.
With that, I think we should finally apply for a diplomat's passport for her. My final topic for the day: what if? I wasn't prepared. What if you could give a topic and speak about it? What if you could give a topic and speak about it? Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for that topic. I will have to only give. The topic that I would pick would be the one probably that Sanjana spoke about, freebies and marketing, right? I have been, I have to say, I have that free bat that you get with Milo. Even to this day, I play with that bat inside the house. And to be honest, I have never consumed Milo, right? Only for that bat, I have purchased that thing. Also, the free gifts that you get. My mother has been a big fan of free gifts, right? She used to go shopping all across town in this supermarkets. You have Big Bazaar, you have More and all those places, and get those free gifts for me. Also Kinder Joy, Yes, I have about 4 or 5 Kinder Joy toys. How can you forget McDonald's, right? Buying the Happy Meal only for the sake of that toy that you get. Today I have 100 plus toys from McDonald's, and all of them are lying in a box somewhere where even I don't know where they are. Right? So I would say, don't fall into this trap of getting free gifts in your life. There is nothing really free, right? Not even your uncle will buy you a free cup of tea without expecting something from him. Back to the table topic.
Thank you so much, Shiva. He's still using the Milo cricket bat without breaking it. Says a lot about your cricketing career. I hand the charge back to the Toastmaster of the day.
From cryptic responses to stomach paining responses, we thoroughly enjoyed this session. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Before we go on to the next session, it's for us to take some break, to breathe, fill our stomachs back, and come back for the next session. With that, let's break for 10 minutes. Let's meet up at 7:40 back. Welcome back. So let's get started with the final session for the evening, the general evaluation session. Today's general evaluator says that the commitment what he had for Toastmasters is the longest relationship he had so far. The other relationships, it was not that good. Toastmasters' only relationship he has committed for such long years, for more than 12 years. Today's general evaluator is a district champion, and he went all the way till semi-finals of International Speech Contest way back in 2015. Please put your hands together in welcoming the general evaluator for the evening, Toastmaster Ajay Chitranjan.
Thank you so much. Nice introduction indeed. Yes, my commitment with Toastmasters has been a long-standing one. Several highs, several lows, on, off, quite toxic. Truly, what is a toxic relationship? The highs are so high and the lows are so low, right? So the highs have been very high, the lows are not so bad. So I guess which is why I'm continuing with Toastmasters, which I think is a great way to live life. When the highs are very high, the lows are not so bad. I guess that's as good as life gets. I hope that urges a lot of you much in need for advice to get into commitment in several areas of life. But truly speaking, I am not the one to be giving you that, no way. What a beautiful meeting. Lovely meeting, lot of energy, lot of vibrance, interesting bunch of Toastmasters, interesting topics, interesting themes. So, and I have the honor of being the general evaluator. So let's get started. The business session started at timer. Can we have the time for the business session? I didn't know that. You also did. 6:22. Business session started at 6:22. Crisp session. He announced, the president announced the expectations of the next week and kept it moving. So job well done. Please give the president a round of applause. All right, please be generous with applause. Thank you. I've seen the applause quality. I won't comment about the quality of Toastmasters at Mekon, but I will surely comment about the quality of clapping in Mekon. It has gone down to the dogs. Can we raise it once? Can we have a good round of applause? President can do a better job with the applause. Okay, we'll keep it going. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster, Sharanye. You nailed it, really. This is what is expected of a Sergeant at Arms. Her address was warm, humorous, attention-grabbing, and everything was in the right measure, funny way to talk about the... I will take a pause, let's all finish the note writing and then we'll continue. Or all right, we'll make a deal. Let me finish the GE session and then you can write your notes. Quick point, I would have probably shared this towards the end. I've noticed this as a pattern for several meetings. All the notes that we write are very valuable, and I want all of you all to put your heart and soul into writing those. But please don't do it at the time when someone's at the lectern. And I see this happen frequently, even from very senior Toastmasters, new Toastmasters. So one idea of Toastmasters is excellence in the spoken word, right? We are looking for excellence, not just words, blabbering words, but words with intentions, words that can move mountains. And for that to happen, we need audience. And when someone's here, am I seeming like I'm pissed? I'm not, I'm genuinely not. But I mean what I'm saying. I've seen this as a genuine practice. And in fact, it's a systemic error if you ask me. We hand out these just before the general evaluator goes in, or also the voting happens when someone's at the lectern. This is how an office meeting happens, right? Everyone's doing their own thing, no one cares about what's really happening. If we are going to set a precedent that Toastmasters is different, we'll have to make that call. I will let the executive committee to decide if they can change the flow or how we can address this problem, because when you go at these ballots, right? People will write, and what they write is very valuable. I've taken those home and enjoyed it, but it should not be at the cost of someone who's at the lectern. So let's, with that headmaster kind of an address, let's keep that toward the end. So Sharanye, you did an excellent job. Please keep doing the same. If there's one recommendation that I'd make, it is that you and the president enjoy a lot of banter, right? And that banter is precious, but that banter should not bring down the decorum of the meeting or the position of the president. Gaurav might be a friend, but the president is still the president of Mekong Communication Club. And for every other guest who's coming here, it'll become a classroom, second semester classroom. So to maintain that difference, that is the challenge I'm raising you up to, adhere to keep that fun quotient intact, to keep the humor, but still change the tone to raise the standard of the president, and that can be done. And that's the challenge I'm inviting you to take. Please give Sharanye a round of applause. The presidential address by Toastmaster Gaurav. Gaurav, you have a very personable style of speaking. What do I mean by that? I don't see a difference in how you speak off the stage from how you speak on the stage, which I mean it as a compliment totally. Because when people come on stage, they try to put on a certain accent or a certain style of speaking which does not seem natural, but that's not your case. So that is your biggest strength. Please keep that. The other thing that you're doing really well is you speak out of your personal experience. You spoke about the meeting that you started, about all the Toastmasters here. I think there's a lesson for us here. If you want to grab attention of people, speak about them. And Gaurav, you're doing that very, very well. At the same time, this is what I would be my feedback to you. You have the content loaded and locked. In the sense you know how to speak about people in a way they'll listen to you. You have a very personable style of choosing content. You're not pretentious about it. But I urge you to focus on your delivery. Look, this message has been said a million times, but it's very true. It is not what you're saying, it is how you're saying it. I think a lot of your focus is on what you're saying. I urge you to push the boundary. You have another 4 months. You're going to do this week after week. So push the boundary in your delivery abilities. What do I mean? Can you take a pause? Can you vary your voice like Toastmaster Balaji? Can you look intently at your audience here, there? So this is a challenge that you'll have to take on yourself. So as the president, you have the content. So if you take time, take ownership, and own the stage, and that will translate into pushing your delivery with your body language, eye contact, voice modulation. So if you can look at that, I think your delivery will fly to the next level. So can we have a loud round of applause for Toastmaster Gaurav? I know there's a precedent of keeping the MC's feedback towards the end. I don't really find a need to do that. Let's get into the MC of the day, Toastmaster Udanka. Udanka, what you're gifted is one incredible height, which you fully use to your advantage. You know, people have to do all of this to get attention. You just come and stand there, and people can't not see. You're literally in their view, right? So you fully use that your advantage. You have strong presence. You have a great composed body language. Totally works in your favor. I was noticing the nature of your content, very personable. You spoke about, again, a lot of Toastmasters and your commitment, their commitment. This is the way people will listen to you. You have an effortless way to grab attention, and you're humorous. I like that you're trying humor with every introduction. You're doing a lot of things right. If I may add a suggestion, it would be this. The MC is like a sutradhar, right? He's a puppet master. The puppets are the show. So the MC will actually fade into the background, and if the meeting is the highlight, the MC is the most successful. If people leave the audience, leave the hall thinking, what an MC, in that case, it's probably not the best MCing the MC has done. Because the meeting should be the highlight. The MC is the anchor of the meeting. You are not stealing the show yet. You're almost there. So let the idea be in, how can I make sure everyone's comfortable after an introduction? How can I uplift the meeting on the whole? This is actually looking at the finer things. If not, I think you're doing an excellent job. Please give him a good round of applause. Alright, so now we will dive into the prepared speech session, correct? So for the prepared speech session, speaker 1 was Sai Snehal and evaluator 1 was Toastmaster Jyothi. Can we have Toastmaster Jyothi's address?
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and particularly to Sai Snehal. As is the requirement, the feedback will be given in 3 slots. What you excelled at, what you may want to work on, and what you would challenge yourself. So what you excelled at was the opening, like the look at the mirror. When you look at the mirror and you practice your speech, I've heard it so many times from such a many years back. Everyone tells that to be a good speaker, you have to look into the mirror and speak. But from there he went on. What I liked was look into the mirror, but then he brought the other point was there is no proof as to how I have done, how I have failed myself. And then continuously Sai Snehal spoke about looking into the mirror. I was thinking, where is he going? It really hooked me into his speech. And then I realized that he is going beyond looking into the mirror and refining our speech. So that was very well done, and gradually you went from the flow of looking into the mirror to the vision and the impact you made on your leadership by I like the phrase that you said, that self-growth to community growth. So that was, you excelled in your speech. As such, I do not have much to speak about because you have been speaking for, you are now at a very, what should I say? A senior speaker from where, like the last when I met you, when we both joined together. And I also liked what you said is that you built on the suspense as to from the best what we think is the best. I like the segregation that you said was what is best and what we think is the best. So for me it took 2 different dimensions. So that was very wonderful for me. What you may work on was your tone. Maybe you could bring more of a aggression, more of a impact when you speak, because you have achieved so many things. This is your leadership high performance leadership speech, and you have done quite a lot of work. So particularly when you said that your achievements of taking the videos, you could have made an impact, like you have done it, you have achieved it. So it went on a very same tone, which you could have brought it in a more aggressive way. And also what you can challenge is, I was looking forward for the vision that you spoke about. That was also very wonderful, because I thought you said that year after year the recording, I said he's been doing it, so what is he talking about? But then you brought in the best you are going to pick up from those 100 videos. So maybe your vision, if you could have made out like why you want to pick up the best, what is the intention of it? You did say about the community, from self-growth to community, but yet I felt there was a lack of clarity, and then you could have introduced the team members or whoever you will be picking up, may not mention their names, but how it would happen with few people which you did not stress upon. And overall, I would say that I love the way you ended it. That is, help me, help yourself. That is a true leader, like I would look upon as like a leader says that, you know, help me to help you, and both of us grow. That was a lovely impact, and that was something you put a mark on your speech. And with that, back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. That was quite comprehensive. Lot of interesting opinions shared. If there's one feedback I have for you is we need more structure in the evaluation. I felt like the message, you might have had a very valuable message, but in all that you shared, perhaps the message might be lost. So we'll have to keep that evaluation simple. This is what I heard, this is how it made me think, feel or act differently, and this is what was an area of improvement. Like a simple structure with evaluation helps the best, so that the message stays with the speaker. Can we have a loud round of applause for Toastmasters? Toastmaster Sai Snehal, there is smartness in choosing a topic that will, just by your presence, you'll communicate a message. I felt inspired by your speech simply because of what you've gone through. It's not essentially what you're saying. That's the smartness in choosing a topic that will sync so well with who you are as a person. So you excelled there. If there's one suggestion I would add, it's better preparation, because I could clearly see you were trying to recollect what you wanted to say. So there are two ways. One, you prepare fully. There are metrics of what is full preparation. A quick tip would be, if you're able to say the script or your script at 2x speed, you play it on your phone and you're able to say your script at 2x speed, that is full preparation. So you're not thinking, that's when you can deliver like it's natural. The other metric is if you're able to say your speech when you're doing something, washing dishes, your cognitive ability, you need to dedicate there, but if you're still able to say your speech, that is when you will deliver the speech like it's natural. Or keep it natural. Have the highlights, you know the flow, speak from your heart. Whatever works for you, but behind the stage, if you seem more prepared, the impact will be higher. If there was one difference, it was that, not essentially your message. Can we have a loud round of applause for Toastmaster and the Gaurav? Project 2, Toastmaster Sanjana. Can we have the report by Toastmaster Raja?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm evaluating Sanjana. Humor is a powerful tool for influencing people. Instantly, it can make you more likable and confident. Your humor works for everyone, except with the spouse. When you forget the marriage date and try to cover it with humor, it's a challenge. Okay, back to Sanjana's speech. It was filled with humor and has met the project guidelines and requirements. Congratulations on successfully completing the project. The areas that you did really well are your expressions, since you have experience in theatre, the expressions that she gave was really apt. And you sang, and also your humor really worked because you showed like being innocent and how you got scammed without understanding the cryptic notion of the companies. And also, so your expressions were on point, and your commitment to the joke was great. Every joke you took a full commitment, so audience were able to enjoy that. And you gave different examples like packaging, abacus class, and how you joined that class, and getting an iPhone from your dad. All of that were great examples, and it really added humor. The flip side, you ended with the flip side that you have acquired a skill of how product packaging, that you have become better with the product packaging. All in all, it was very well structured and humorous speech, and if there is certain areas that you can work upon, is the first one is speaking without a script. I'm going to be a little bit critical because you are an experienced speaker. Maybe you can just practice the script and then just come and give it to the audience. So audience will be like even more with lot of enthusiasm. The second one is, since you have a lot of expression and hand gestures, you can probably move away from here and do even more, be free, because since you had the script, you had to stand close to the lectern. And maybe another one is, some of the examples you could add little bit more content on. Some of them became monotonous with those examples. Considering you are an experienced speaker, I'm giving you all these things. However, it was a well delivered, humorous speech, and everyone enjoyed. And I wish you all the very best for the next speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. I think that was comprehensive, simple, and great feedback. Can we give him a round of applause? Toastmaster Sanjana, I have never seen anyone be this proud about being scammed. And that is a true strength. She's so open to being vulnerable, and the moment we acquire that skill to be able to do that on stage, it opens unlimited possibilities for humor, for connecting with people, and that's a real strength. In terms of a humorous speech, or even I would go to the extent of saying you have potential to do stand-up comedy. There is a lot of material there. With the speech also, if you bring in better structure, what do I mean by better structure? Your punchline is when people are supposed to laugh. That comes with having planned that. Here people are probably laughing at the way, they already know you, you're so open about it, you're already making fun of yourself, your voice, probably laughing at that, but well, this is no competition to prove she's Sonu Nigam, so it's okay. So if you have more control over when the laughter will come out, that's a measure of a truly humorous speech, right? All the jokes should land intentionally, and you really have a lot of potential, so I urge you to explore that. Can we have a huge round of applause for the speaker? Role takers, can we have the report from Timer Toastmaster Pavani?
Once again, a very happy evening, everyone. Here is my report. Meeting commenced at 6:22 p.m. Business session went on for 36 seconds. Welcome by Sergeant at Arms was allotted 2 minutes and was taken 1 minute 41 seconds by Toastmaster Sharanye. Introduction of guests went on for 25 seconds. Report on previous meeting was allotted 2 minutes and it went on for 2 minutes 22 seconds by Toastmaster Pavani. Presidential address was allotted 5 minutes and Toastmaster Gaurav has taken 3 minutes 23 seconds. Introduction of Toastmaster of the day was allotted 1 minute and was taken 20 seconds. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, the initial part was allotted 10 minutes and DTM Udanka has taken 5 minutes 18 seconds. Overall, MC DTM Udanka has taken 10 minutes. In the prepared speech session, Speaker 1 Toastmaster Sai Snehal has taken 5 minutes 57 seconds. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Sanjana has taken 7 minutes 22 seconds. The table topic session went on for 27 minutes overall but was allotted 20 minutes. We had 12 speakers where 2 speakers spoke below 1 minute, 9 spoke above 1 minute and 1 spoke above 2 minutes. The individual report has been put upon the board. Networking break went on for 12 minutes 57 seconds. Lastly, coming to the individual evaluators, Evaluator 1 Toastmaster Jyothi has taken 4 minutes 26 seconds but was allotted 3 minutes. Evaluator 2 Toastmaster Raja has taken 2 minutes 44 seconds. The general evaluation session went on for 12 minutes 40 seconds overall till now. Thank you, and back to you, Sanjana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. That was an excellent job. I think you also did an excellent job with the secretary's report. You seem to have a ability, natural flair to do this. You're probably the world's greatest secretary report reader. You can put that on your resume. That's really good. This is an area of weakness for me, so I have a lot of appreciation. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Pavani. Can we have the report from our counter, Toastmaster Ujwal?
A very happy evening once again. I thoroughly observed throughout the meeting, and I would say that both the prepared speakers were flawless. And then coming to my report, our President Toastmaster Gaurav, 3 hours. Timer Toastmaster Pavani, 1 hour. Evaluator Toastmaster Jyothi, 4 hours. 2 crutch words, like 3 times, maybe 2 times. Evaluator Toastmaster Raja, 2 times, 2 times. Coming to the table topic speeches, our table topic master, Toastmaster Balaji AS, 1 hour. Toastmaster Saipriya, 1 small pause. Toastmaster Ujwal, myself, 1 hour and 1 repeated word so 1 time. Toastmaster Sharanye, repeated word so 2 times. Toastmaster Prashanth, 4 hours, 1 repeated word so 2 times and 1 crutch word 3 times. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, 1 hour. Toastmaster Lalana ma'am, 2 hours. Toastmaster Shreedevi, 4 hours. Toastmaster Hrithik, 2 hours. And then general evaluator Toastmaster Ajay, till now 5 hours, 2 and then I left out the other 2 table topic speakers, Toastmaster Shiva, 2 hours, and Toastmaster Sindhu, 1 hour. Back to you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Ujwal, there is this, recently I was reading in the news that there is a Saudi Arabian government has given a citizenship to a robot. You are as robotic with your intro of the accountan's role and your report. There's excellence to it, and there can also be bring out your personal style or discover it. That's what this platform is for. But a job well done. Please give him a good round of applause. Can we have the report from Parliamentary Procedures Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Here goes my report as the Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator. Despite the Sergeant at Arms and the PP Evaluator informing week after week to switch off the phones, there were a couple of phone rings and they were definitely disturbing. The speeches, there was one mention about rats being holy and related to gods and all of that. So it was definitely not in a malintention, but it can be avoided because it relates to religion. And there was a bit of talking during the speeches that can be avoided from the next meeting on us. That's it, and back to you, General.
I have shared this feedback a couple of times. Every time we get a chance to speak in Toastmasters, let's take that to try excellence, right? If you are going to just say words like how we would say it outside of the room, it is not helping us evolve. In that sense, Toastmaster Shiva, I saw that your introduction to the role was just very factual. Can you be creative about it in spite of having done this role probably 25 times? Is a challenge, and is what is the essence of Toastmasters. Every time, can we go there? Can we push the envelope for ourselves? So on that note, good points. This is an area where you can focus on. Can we give Toastmaster Shiva a good round of applause? Also, a quick note on the feedback shared. I personally do not believe there was any religious reference as such. In fact, the God's name also wasn't taken. I believe just mentioning a scripture or just mentioning a God's name is not religious talk. In that way, I can't say today Prime Minister Modi because he's in politics, right? So getting into politics or getting into religious discussion is what is banned, or hailing or abusing a certain religion is what is against the decorum. By merely mentioning it, it's fine. If not, we'd be clamping our wings too down. We already can't talk about 3 things that are very important in life. So let's have that much of breathing space. Moving on to Toastmaster, Grammarian Toastmaster Sharanye.
Once again, good evening everyone. Here goes the Grammarian report for today's meeting. I'll start off with the good usages, that is trying to get my shot, endeavor, help me to help you, envisioned, displeased, excellence in spoken word, pretentious, hooked me into, refining, evolve. I could not find any not so good usages. Coming to the word of the day that was cryptic, it was used by only 2 people. One was me and the other was DTM Udanka. Thank you, and back to you.
That was a good report. Perhaps there could be some focus in making the introduction of the word more engaging or more fun, in a way people will remember and try to use it. I have not used the word cryptic yet. There I did. There is some scope there, but a great job done. Please give her a good round of applause. Coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Balaji. Did you all have a fun session?
Yes.
That response says it all. Toastmaster Balaji, there's something for all of us to learn. We talk about presence, taking your delivery to the next level. You epitomize that. Literally by the pauses, there's so much humor to be made, so much impact to be added. By varying your voice, you're able to do all of that really well. I think it's a good model for a lot of us to follow. Having said that, if there's one feedback that I'd give, holding space and making someone comfortable far exceeds the joke. There might have been a couple of points where I felt like some Toastmasters were caught off guard, or they might have taken that personally. I've personally been there in this journey. We have to make sure we don't do that, and that's for all of us, right? We will come across several moments where we can crack that joke, we can say that line that might be a little over the line. Let's stay well within the line, and in a community like this, that takes precedence over that momentary joke. Nothing to take away from the ample sense of humor which you anyway have. So there is a lot you can play with and let go of one of these tools. For a really wonderful session, give him a huge round of applause. Well, that is all the feedback I have. It was a wonderful session, great speeches, great evaluations, great table topics, fantastic general evaluation. A couple of things that I'd add in general is a lot of Toastmasters here share incredible camaraderie, and by merely mentioning someone's name, you all have these internal jokes that you're all laughing about. There were a couple of times when I noticed Toastmasters who are not in on that joke might be caught off guard, like what's happening. I've just, case in point being, when Toastmaster Jyothi came here to read the evaluation guidelines, there was some joke happening here. I could see her bewildered, looking at like, did I say something? So we can avoid that. That again is a challenge for all of us collectively. How can we keep it fun and yet maintain the decorum of the meeting? That is the only feedback I have. And one line that I'd share before I leave: take all the positive feedback I gave to your heart and all the scope for improvement to your head, so you can think about it and work on it. Please don't reverse that. On that note, back to the MC.
How many of you enjoyed this entire session, not only the entire session from the starting? So that is all 1,200 meeting is for you guys. From in the year 1998, when this club started for the first time, we have walked a long distance covering 1,200 meetings, almost over 25 years. Almost. We are just this close to touch that 25 years mark. With that note, I hand over the charge back to the president, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thanks to all the role takers, and thank you Toastmaster Ajay for a wonderful session. Of course, we're going to work on the few suggestions that you have given. So jumping off with the winners of today, I'll be starting off with the Tab G. The best role taker Tab G goes to the Grammarian Toastmaster Sharanye. Coming to the best role taker MTG goes to the General Evaluator Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you so much.
Coming to the best table topic speaker, it goes to our past president Toastmaster Lalana. The best evaluator, it goes to Toastmaster Raja. And the best speaker for today, it goes to the Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Sanjana. Once again, thanks to all the role takers. Next week we're going to have a club contest, so I request everyone to please be present and support these participants by being present in the contest. Thank you, and I close meeting number 1,200, and I request everyone to stand for